EWW. Why are like all your Pokemon sexy? You're one to talk. Huh. What are you implying, creep? My team is Meter. Why you started? I can catch rare Pokemon easily. I can catch any Pokemon without fail. Amateurs. What was that, punk? Amateurs. When in a forgettable Pokemon contest and opponent is LGM. Oh son of a bee. You're weak. I'm you. When someone asks you your weekend plans, catch lots of Pokemon. I deleted all the other trainers from your phone. You don't need to battle anyone else, you silly goose. You can just battle me. Forever and ever. Me dealing with costumers who don't want to let me go, even though I have to go home. The Pacific Ocean has 3.9 stars out of 5 on Google Maps. Who the duck is downvoting the ocean? What are the Johto Bros views on using their powers? Ho-Oh says I will use my powers to revive unfortunate creatures who died due to no fault of their own and allow them to serve a greater purpose. Lugia says I'm going to destroy that ducking island. Sometimes what a person needs is just one piece. Gen 3 being the best Pokemon generation. The physical special split type chart. So a friend told me about Morshoal today, and I knew immediately what I had to do. Newly hatched, newly evolved. Where the duck did that baby come from? That feeling when you're a water or ground type and are about to get hit with a single blade of grass. Guess I'll die. Every squad got the protagonist, cyber criminal, Goku, pothead. Baby Skarmory is canon. A Rattata holding a focus sash while having the moves Endeavor and Quick Attack does not beat Arceus. Arceus is a god, and you're sending a Rattata with a fancy sash to fight it? That's cute. Hey son, what you doing? I'm gonna be an artist, daddy. But son, you don't have hands. Well, see ya later son. Jenga used Dream Eater. It's super effective. It's not bad to grow up, but it's bad to forget what it felt like to be a child. Everyone says this person is the most evil person in Pokemon. If you do, would you like to trade your Medicham for my Haunter? But this person is the most evil of them all for abandoning his Jenga. Pikachu becoming friends with Giratina. Game Freak makes a simple final evo. Pokemon fans, wouldn't that make you a middle stage? How did you get so freaking thin? It is because I choose to walk outside of the Pokeball. That is terrible, mother. You are terrible. For Christmas I want a dragon. Be realistic. I want Pokemon SV to be polished with no glitches, low FPS frames, and bugs. What color do you want your dragon? Blue. Whoa, Mewtwo suddenly hugged you. Nintendo abandoning an Evolution design just because a fan made one super close to it. Just buy the damn design. I'm sorry, little one. My favorite Gen 9 Pokemon are Tinkaton and Clodsire. Shut. NPC, you beat me? You really are a strong and confident trainer. Me running to the Pokemon Center. When you're trying to decide what the first Pokemon was. Choose your first Pokemon. I choose you. Oak. Do you ever just fall in love with a weak Pokemon? Excuse me, Game Freak. I'm afraid you brought me the wrong rival. I ordered an extra large boy with beefy arms, extra guts and glory on the side. This is a talking fishbone. Here are some Pokemon that you can bite or crunch. The Pokemon Company. Fear the Dragon. The Dragon. That's it, that's the big finale villain of Pokemon Violet. that was just a very polite robot with critical thinking skills and emotional intelligence. Your longtime friend. Oh yeah, it's Arceus. The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, Into the Still World, a journey continued. I can't believe we live in a timeline where the Diamond/Pearl remake didn't include the distortion world, but a Zelda game did. No, he's got a point. Grade school. Pokemon. High school. Are you seriously playing Pokemon? College. Pokemon. Picking a sin or game be like. On the one hand, gold. On the other hand, painful, agonizing failure. Me with a baddie I pulled by being autistic. Incorporate existing research and accounts on Pokemon, in addition to scanning Pokemon bio data to document their traits, and further research in the field. Wouldn't that make you an Ori and thus unreliable? Bitch, I've always been an Ori. If anything, I got an improvement with Rotom taking over me post Gen 6. Male villains. Evil. Extremely evil. Evil. Idiot. Female villains. Misunderstood, caring, and just mind controlled. Not evil, just depressed. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. When I was a kid, a new set of starter Pokemon getting revealed had the cultural weight of a presidential election to me. Miss Jeter, if I defeat you in a battle, does that make me the new champion? Pokemon Steel Square. Pokemon Wood Veneer. Guess what month it is? Smeargle used Sketch, but Smeargle is suffering an art block, and crippling self-doubt, and a family who harshly judges his life choices. Why are you never proud of me? Will we ever meet again, Arceus? We will, and I will be watching you always. How? In your world, I have another name you must learn to know me out. Now in order to catch a Pokemon, you've got to battle it first. Once it's tired, you can throw a Pokeball. Oh, here comes one now. You kids watch close. Pop. Whip. This wasn't a battle at all. This is perfect. That cliff is the perfect spot for our first meeting. Yeah, as soon as she meets you, she can jump right off. I wasn't gonna drink tonight, but man, I'm missing like a mother ducker. Here you go. The water type gym leader of Pastoria City. Why does he look like a wrestler? I haven't seen any underwater wrestlers. There's no underwater wrestlers. Then why is he a wrestler? Shut up. Legendary Pokemon are one-of-a-kind beings. Or are they? What about shinies? Guess we will never know. Every Pokemon after Gen 1 is trash mother duckers when I hand them a Snom. Oh my god, I get it. The 4 horsemen of shockingly cute pseudo-legendaries. We still talk about you. Furries. Stoners. Weedcat. Hey guys. Jelly donut. Not what I'm called. Know your Charcadets. This information may save your life. Trustworthy. Stable. Sociable. Sympathetic. Lacking direction. Cannot be trusted. Unpredictable. Reclusive. Often hostile. Determined. When Al Creamy decorates desserts with their cream, everyone is fine. But when I do. Fully evolved with the faces of their non-evolved forms. Me when I have to make Gen 10 bad because it got leaked. I guess we join Clodsire now. Fighting types then. Fighting types now. Who made my small metal boy cry? If I have one of the bundles, but want to get the other one, am I really gonna have to pay $35 more? Game Freak. Catching a Beldum. Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. Paralysis. What society wants men to wear? What I, personally, want to wear. Me listening to the journey starts today. Guy, I like your do it. Girl, thanks it has pockets. One universe, 8 planets, 9 regions, some are yet undiscovered, 56 cities, plus 1000 Pokemon, and somehow you have 6 Magikarps on your team. Fisherman Wade Woodlick. How I feel about Darkrai in his movie. Oh dear, gorgeous. How I feel about Darkrai in every other piece of media. You ducking donkey. No, you can't use normal types against Norman. Uproar. Fellas, if your girl looks like this, that's not your girl, that's mine. You Mamuson Reti Derby players, Pokemon players, missing a 90%. How my underleveled HM slave looks at me when I sub it in against Giratina, god of death in the Pokemon world. When I'm in a competition and my opponent is my 4-gen squad is Infernape, Staraptor Luxray, Floatzel, Roserade and Garchomp. Taking Giratina for a walk, gotta keep the rent low. You can try if you'd like to survive 5 more nights. Me telling others to duck off or else. Me a shy person when I normally talk to people. Heal the world. Hug a Vaporeon today and save its reputation. What Cynthia says when calling out a Roserade. Roserade full blossom. What I say when calling out my Roserade. Axel the Red. Satisfy your appetite for destruction. You can't beat the entire game with one Pokemon. Me using the same move for 70% of fights. Observe. Roses are red, Shielder is blue, Alolan Golem is happy, and you can be too. I'm somewhat of a kid myself. I have an army. We have a Iron Bundle on its way to deliver presents to fellow Ubermons. When my game freezes, panic. But I remembered to save 1 minute before. Calm. There's a shiny on my screen. Panic. You better stop being emotional if you value your physical health. Sometimes I just want to MS Paint Vaporeon. Vaporeon, we choose you. I was supposed to be beautiful. They would have looked at me and seen a great tank, but now they'll look at me like a trashman. My 8-year-old brain. Pokemon fans. Basic ass mythology and folklore. You ain't built for these streets, cup. 8 years old me telling Professor Oak his grandson's name is ass. When you spot a shiny, but you've ran out of quick balls and ultra balls. Random bullshit go. Shiny hunters. Several boxes of shiny mons across several games. Me. A shiny Magmar in Go, and a shiny Golduck in Violet. Popular. Does anyone remember me? Popular. Me watching the Pokemon I have on my team, because I like it over the viability of other Pokemon getting one shot for the 5th story battle in a row. Game Freak. Pikachu. Raichu. Pichu. You were supposed to evolve into Umbreon, not a Sylveon, and I don't even know how you convinced me to wear these clothes. Gorachu Should Bean Paradox version of Raichu. Change my mind. When your parents tell you to do something, and you end up doing the opposite of what they told you to do. Fire Blast is the ultimate fire technique. Don't waste it on water Pokemon. Slowpoke learned Fire Blast. Reasons to love Pokemon. Excellent writing. Intense moments. Dawn. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no starter Pokemon with an ability given to new trainers. The likes of Blaze don't count. Game Freak giving new forms. Your very own journey is about to begin. Time to choose your partner. 1080p, 4K, RTX on. Seek out all Pokemon. And then you'll return me home, right? And then you'll return me home, right? The protagonist in the last game you played suddenly wakes up in Little Root Town. How screwed are they? I help those who want to build a world of truth. I assist those who want to build an ideal world. I ducking freeze everything around and eat people and Pokemon. Team of little guys who are going to spook you. Me using full swipe so the Pokemon doesn't faint. Pokemon using self KO move at 1 HP. Me starting a new Ruby file. I wonder who I should choose. My miserable life. Me. Pokemon. The one time Team Rocket did their job and brought Giovanni a Pokemon. He's like, what am I supposed to do with that? Can we just appreciate middle evolution starters? The slightly awkward middle stage. Always remember to brush your Bulbasaur. Eevee and Ponyta, I love them. Me versus the entire internet, after I say that I actually like SV, and I legitimately replayed it 7 or 8 times now, I'm not joking. Snorlax in any franchise game. Snorlax in Hisu. Braixen Kun, I heard that a Braixen who can't talk uses a Caillou sound, and that sounds so cute. Can you do that too? Me doing Caillou sound. Ahem. Caillou. Caillou what the? P. Sylveon according to literally every other Pokédex. Sylveon according to the Alola Pokédex. The 2 kings in chess. The 2 queens. Who's gonna tell him? Beautiful evolved. Finally it's become Silcoon. Point of view, your grandpa shows you an old picture of when he first got into Pokemon. Pokemon Scarlet. Pokemon Violet. Violet is way better than Scarlet. I have a better uniform color, better box legendary and better version exclusives. I'm about the past and had dinosaurs. If has a million fans, I'm one of them. If has 5 fans, I'm one of them. If has 1 fan, that one is me. If has no fans, I'm no longer alive. If the world is against, I'm against the entire world. Till my last breath, I'll support. When I try to philosophize with my cat, what is my reason to live? Mew. You're right. I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. My mom. Pokemon is unchristian. Me. No, it's not. Pokemon when my mom walks in. Today I learned every version of Pokemon is just blue/red. Greninja is Ash's best ace. Charizard is Ash's best ace. Snorlax has gotten at least 1 W in all his battles. 2 in every fight but 1 actually. Yup, despite eating and sleeping all day. I ducking love elaborate and unorthodox evolution methods. I want to ducking go through entire side quests to evolve my Pokemon instead of it just happening naturally. The Rocket Grunt on Route 24 wondering why I keep challenging him with a level 4 Rattata. Me losing to him on purpose because I want more nuggets. Adult me hating the names and designs of the latest Pokemon, complaining how bad the creativity has gone. 8-year-old me excited at the seal that looks like a seal and is named Seal. Teacher, the exam won't be that long. The exam. My face when I see Ash pull out his Pokédex to identify a Pokémon he's already battled countless times in the previous region. Gen 1. Normal. Fight. Super effective. Gen 6. Fight. Fairy. Super effective. Pikachu can shock ground types. That doesn't make sense, but fine, we will say Ash's Pikachu is special. Never mind. Now it can't shock ground types. Why break the rules if you're just going to start following them halfway through? In this particular battle it can shock ground types. Let me talk to the writing staff. I would never be a simp. At your service, my kings. Me training 6 bidoof up to level 100. They are ready. My friend watching me enter the Elite 4. What? Sometimes the side chick ain't even a chick. It's became an emerald on the Game Boy Advance released on September 16th, 2004. The Legendary Heroes in Gen 8 competitive. The Legendary Heroes in Gen 9 competitive. I work in hotels, and a guest tips me in Pokemon cards. This is about the 10th he has given me. Pokemon community be like. 2 humanoid starters. We love you, Blaziken and Meowscarada. Kneel down before me. My mum always says that to my dad. Shout out to the dads in the anime. You may have some flaws, looking at you Flint, but you do love your kids. Go Squirtle. Use gun. I meant water gun. Oh, it's super effective. Hey babe, I don't say this very often but you look absolutely smoking. Thank you. Teacher, what are you laughing at? Me, nothing. My brain, Mukagras. Remember the Sprigatito parody of Despacito? It was made by the official English voice actress for Darkness in Konosuba. Who would win? A literal flying dragon that can spit fire. Some pebbles. Seeing a lot of people saying they don't want a Zed to give you his floret, just so the player can have the eternal flower form, but honestly given that he's immortal I think they can just do what they did with Cognita/Enamorus in PLA, like during the endgame he just goes, oh by the way Floret wants to hang out for a little bit, do you mind watching over her for like 80 years? I'll pick her up at your funeral. The Froggy Fallout. The Forgetful Idiot. The level 5 Snivy. What? The cashier's a Pikachu. When scanning the products, he always does a pice sound. So cute. He gets so happy whenever he sees a plushie of himself in a basket. And he also covers his eyes with his ears so as to not see the pin numbers. The writers gives Holacher a cool new costume personally made for him by Serena to wear to his fight against Zoya. Also the writers has Holacher get knocked out in one hit that same match. Man, I wish I was more like that guy. But he probably wishes he was more like somebody else too. Holy shit, I'm glad I'm me. I'm especially glad I'm not that guy. You know, I think you have the talent to be a good breeder. Look at this sassy Roselia. Me when I find a shiny unknown. Why are you blue? It says gullible on the ceiling. Mia's duck. My boil glowed up. When you realize that Pokemon Z is AZ backwards. Sphelas to round. I don't like it being an actual orb. Say that again, I dare you. The 3 horsemen of I thought you were from Gen 3. Eevee when you show it a water stone. Doctor, sir, the surgery has a 90% survival rate, but don't worry, my last 20 patients have all survived. Normal people. Pokemon players. Them, be careful, a dragon guards that tower. The dragon in question. Kneel down before me. My mum always says that to my dad. Who would win? Renowned gym leader. Local boy who started catching Pokemon 12 minutes ago. I'm a little boy. Mom, I found your old Barbie. Can I have it? Of course dear, it's all yours. Dad, I found it in your room. Put it back. Giratina holding a shaman. Be careful who you call ugly in middle school. Never forget that Jessie went to Pokemon nursing school with a class of Chansey. How most people see Typhlosion. How I see Typhlosion. Shinx is intimidate. Fear me. Who would win? A powerful ancient robot with one of the best offensive typings in the game. But just another day looking for a job. Hey you. Are you hiding steel types in your home? Shiny hunters when the Gen 3 shiny Rayquaza they finally encounter doesn't have their preferred stat spread. What 17 more years? Pokemon theories. A man who spent his entire childhood raised in a literal cult and manipulated and abused by its leader, also pretending to be his father. Is this an animal? Mega. Giga. Terra. Good morning to everyone who relates to Jenga. Jenga is being overwhelmed by fatigue. Oh, but it's managing to tough it out and stay awake. Nimona when you beat her. Kieran when you beat him. I'm going to kill you, and then kill you again. Ah yes, this is food. He's so ugly. I love him. This is the Pokemon anima we need. Thank you for shopping with us. 8-year-old me wondering how the Ductidlons get a level 50 Dragonite if they evolve at level 55. LeBron James reportedly used a fire type move on Sudowoodo. Any words for our fans at home, Larry? I miss my wife. Chat. A. My inner kid being happy. Me buying cool stuff I would have liked as a kid. This dude letting his Squirtle play on his phone while riding the subway is the backbone of our society. Nurse Joy, your team is fully healed. Poke card, declines. Nurse Joy. XYMC Callum / Serena NZA. Being a champion who is a super boss for you to fight like Red in GSC. Go MR like Hilbert / Hilda in BW2. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fans when someone brings up the mainline games. That sounds like slavery. 1996, 1999. Exercise. Huh, I bet he's thinking about other women. Are Paradox Pokemon gonna say their names in the anima, even if their names are just words? Let me get this straight. You think an Octopath Traveler style Pokemon remake is a bad idea? I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. When Disney finds out DreamWorks is releasing Shrek 5 the same year as Toy Story 5, you've got some nerve. Bringing out the ogre now of all times? Not a single thought behind those eyes. Hard to swallow pills. Leon would be considered on par with Jeter and Diantha if the game didn't say he was undefeated. I fear no man, but that thing. It scares me. How to eliminate a Discord mod explosive Vaporeon detonator. Today's problem: what food do Mewtwo eat? 1 bugs, 2 grass, 3 fruit. Mewtwo is exerting its pressure. People who choose Cyndaquil. People who chose Chikorita. China discovers limitless energy source that could power the country for 60,000 years, geologists in Beijing claim. We all have memories on some stairs. Others. Me. Oh boy, I can't wait to get my hands on Riolu in the Safari Zone. How do we tell him? My name's Natasha, an underworld doctor. Feeling sick. Who is heavier? 3 magnet boys stacked on top of each other? Or 1 triple magnet boy? Triple magnet boy weighs as much as 10 magnet boys stacked on each other. I'd like to see your crazy explanation for that. Choose your starter. The big one in the back. Child of God and Lord of the Distortion World, Giratina. Great choice. Gigagagagwoo. I love you. Rayquaza, it is my eternal duty to keep the peace and prevent pointless fighting between the legendary Pokemon. Deoxys, hi. Rayquaza. Do you have any idea how fast you were going? I don't know, do you? Would you lose? Nah, I'd win. Rich as Duck takes you, a random child, to a secret island with his private jet, Latius. What did Game Freak mean by this? Good job, Ditto. Do two transform into this? Who would win? A literal Sith Lord. Sandstorm Gobi rrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr Pokemon Master. New characters will keep the fire alive. No more Jess, James, and Meowth. I was up all night studying for this big test. I can do this. The first question. Look kids, I found you a new daddy. It should have been me, not him. They're holding an as one cup. Wanna stall everyone to death with citrus kudzu harvest. That reminds me of that one time I got an entire strategy banged with a leper berry. Good plan. Ethics is holding back scientific innovation and progress. Have you defeated any legendaries? Pikachu. Several at this point. Great. Then you'll have an easy time with this snivy starter. Pikachu. Statue of Liberty, when it was made. Statue of Liberty now. Feraligatr got a little admirer. My child will accept that the Pokédex can't be 100% completed using one save file. So Silphco is a multi-million Poké-dollar company that barely managed to make a Master Ball, while Mewtwo in 1998 managed to make Pokéballs so powerful it could catch even other Pokéballs. Wild.